Okay. Yep. So Josh, first win of the season. You've got to be a happy man right now.
Yeah, look, I'm happy for the boys. You know, like I said, I think you know, we spoke weekly, as you and I know, and I said to people who listen, is that they're a work in progress, and you know, we've been improving every week. You know, and I believe we've still got a lot of improvement in us as well. So I'm just happy to see them take something out of it, and yeah, like I said, it's a pretty happy dressing room.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid performance from what I saw. Do you think this could be the start of a bit of a run for the lads?
Ever coached youth before, mate?
No.
Listen, mate. You know, there's an old saying about inconsistency and the consistency or inconsistency of youth, and that's what kind of comes around now. I'd love to tell you that'd be a great run, but what I can tell you now is the pride in that dressing room and the time that they've actually come together now is there. It's taken us probably up until now to pull them together as a team, and I'll probably tell you now that it's been a really long emotional ride for a lot of them playing senior football. So the best thing is I think they've felt when they work hard what they can get at the end of it. You know, like I said, we've been knocking on the door the last couple of weeks as well.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Steve.
Shannon, you've obviously over the last 6 or 7 weeks as a squad, you've been doing it a bit tough. You've managed to produce probably the upset of the season here tonight. How's the team feeling?
Oh, we're just very pumped after that victory. You know, we worked hard the last few weeks, especially. The start of the season wasn't too good, but the last few weeks we've been working hard on like closing down combination plays this last week. So we tried to put that in action throughout the game, and yeah, it paid off today. So we're pretty pumped going into next week. Yeah.
I thought you matched the Strikers early on in terms of tempo, which not many teams have done. Was that something that you worked on before the game in terms of talking about the need to do that?
Yeah, we worked on just like as soon as the first whistle goes, just straight out. We had to go from the start and just try and hold on that tempo as long as we could. Obviously we're younger, so at the end like we may drop off. We just got to try and pick that up for 90 minutes going into the rest of the season. So yeah.
At the end of the 90 minutes there, you faced 6 minutes of extra time. Was what happened at the end of the first half in the backs of your minds at all at that point?
Not really. As long as we just like all picked up our man and just went 110%, we should have been able to keep them out, which we did. So yeah, we were pleased with that. But we probably would have liked to control the game more near the end instead of being under that pressure.
You must have enjoyed that first goal.
Sorry? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what we're working on, combination play, like balls through. So yeah, came into action there, so it paid off. Yeah.
Was that an old teammate of yours that you beat, and Alistair Quinn, to lay that on?
Oh yeah, I played with him a few times. He's always been a couple of years older. When I was at the youth team, he was with the seniors, but yeah, he has been at the QAS before.
Josh, can I ask, were there any particular Strikers players tonight that you asked your team to focus on to try to lump them?
No, look, they've got a lot of quality around the park, but you know, in particular, is their midfield's quite strong. They always have been. They're all ball players. They all want to be on the ball all the time. So, yeah, look, I think we just tried to restrict a little bit of room in places. You know, that was probably the best part of nullifying that. But you can never restrict good players for the whole game. You know, you can do your best to nullify them in ways, and I think we did that, which frustrated them a little bit as well.
So you go to half-time. I think you actually had the better of the first half. Strikers had very few opportunities there, but you go in at 1-1. Bit of a sinking feeling. What did you say at half-time?
Oh, look, we just, you know, to be honest, for mine is that there was just a couple of things we had to fix up. You know, whether we went in 1-0 up or 1-1, there was still a couple of really key things that if we fix them up, we would have been okay. So we did. We fixed up a couple of little things that would cause us a few issues. You know, once we did that, you know, I think from there on in we were okay. Set pieces would cause us a problem, obviously, as well. That was probably, you know, the most alarming at one point. But yeah, just a little bit of movement in midfield and who to follow and who to track. But you don't have to go into all the details of that, mate. You can let Largy know that another time. So look, we just had to fix a few things up, and we did. And you know, the best thing apart is that the boys are starting to understand, you know, when we go in half time, that if we get these little things right, they can change the game, and they definitely, you know, kept us in it.
Would this be your proudest moment as a coach so far?
Yeah, look, they're all, you know, any time when you see a group work as hard as what, you know, these boys has, and you know, Shannon will be the first to tell you, and any other boys, it's been a really emotional ride because of the fact that we had such a turnover of players from last year, and we've got a lot of young boys coming through playing their first senior season, and it's a huge thing, you know. So for these boys who've been knocking on the door, yeah, people talk about performance, and performance is important when it comes to QAS, but the bottom line is for the players, they still want to see that their performance is getting them somewhere, and I think that tonight shows them it's getting them somewhere.
Yep. Yango scored the opener, but he was subbed off at half time. I was curious what the thinking was behind that. Hamstring? That's very simple, isn't it?
Yeah. No, he's a good kid, mate. He's raw, and he's a player who, he's a handful. He really is a handful, you know, and it's a shame because especially tonight he was finding a lot of space and he was causing a lot of problems, and as the game was going to go on and people start becoming a bit tired, his pace causes a lot of problems, and it's a shame that he went down at that point because I think he had a bit more in him tonight.
Yeah. He's definitely a very enthusiastic player, would be the way I describe it. Is that one of the challenges you face as a coach, is balancing the enthusiasm of youth with the necessity to hold back sometimes and be a bit more calm and cool and collected?
Yeah, spot on. Look, and it's cost him a red card. It's cost him a fair few cards along the way as well because he is so enthusiastic. And yeah, that's. But you know, like I said, and that is something you've got to hold back with him. But by the same token, that's what makes him what he is. But I think he just needs to understand the right areas for him to be involved. You know, sometimes he wants to make runs, 30 and 40-yard runs for the sake of nothing at the end of it. If he sticks to his right areas where he's decent and where he actually can cause problems, he's effective.
Yep. Great.
Finished.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.